Lakers News. Fan Report. As the offseason discussion heats up, the Lakers' potential shift back toward a bigger, more traditional front court is beginning to take shape in conversations throughout the NBA. Aware of the humiliating playoff sweep by the Timberwolves, driven in large part by Rudy Gobert's dominance on both ends of the floor, the Lakers' decision-makers are reportedly preparing to add a genuine rim protector and rebounding force to complement LeBron James and Luka Doncic. Sources inside the organization suggest that head coach J.J. Reddick, fresh from his first season at the helm, has made this the centerpiece of his blueprint for a return to contention. Behind closed doors, Reddick has been insistent that the team cannot rely on wing-centric, positionless lineups if it hopes to contend in the postseason. He points to the final series of the year, when Minnesota's size advantage turned into a consistent mismatch. Every cross-court pass found clear air, every baseline drive met only the softest resistance, and every defensive rotation was forced to scramble without a reliable last line of defense. According to insiders, Reddick's message to the front office was simple: we need interior dominance. Period. General Manager Rob Pelinka has been fielding calls for weeks. The names most often mentioned include Miles Turner, the Indiana Pacers, stalwart whose elite shot-blocking rate and surprising three-point range fit Reddick's demands; Clint Capella, the former Atlanta pivot who thrives as a pick-and-roll finisher and rebound machine; and Christian Wood, whose unique athleticism and improved face-up game give him the tools to operate both inside and out. Between salary cap constraints and luxury tax considerations, Pelinka is weighing which target offers the best combination of price, fit, and willingness to join a retooled Lakers core. Meanwhile, trade rumors have also swirled around the Charlotte Hornets' Mason Plumlee, a savvy veteran known for his setting of screens and second-chance scoring, and the Rockets' Alperen Şengün, the young Turkish center whose passing vision and drop-step scoring have garnered league-wide praise. A Plumlee acquisition would be relatively inexpensive and low-risk. His championship pedigree would bolster the locker room, but lacks the dynamic shot blocking that a Turner or Capella could supply. Şengün, by contrast, represents a high-upside swing. His playmaking and scoring versatility present tantalizing long-term upside, yet his rebounding and defense remain a work in progress. Financially, the Lakers must balance adding one of these bigs against retaining key role players: Rui Hachimura's $20 million salary, Terrence Mann's emerging two-way impact, and the mid-level exception already promised to Jared Vanderbilt are all considerations. Any added center must slot seamlessly without requiring a wholesale overhaul of the roster. Sources indicate that Pelinka is prepared to include draft picks and younger contracts, perhaps swapping out Hachimura's salary for a more affordable veteran, while preserving enough flexibility to chase additional playmaking on the wings. From a schematic standpoint, Reddick envisions a front court where his new center can anchor pick-and-roll coverages, hedge aggressively, and then recover too, challenge any shot at the rim. Offensively, this big man would occupy the lane, forcing help that frees up spot-up shooters, particularly Dennis Schroeder and Austin Reeves, and providing reliable execution on high-screen lobs. This approach mirrors the modern playoff template: surround your stars with unselfish role players, anchor the paint, and trust in spacing and shooting. A front-court answer offers a clearer path to ceiling than endlessly chasing perimeter defenders in switching schemes. Reaction among fans has been overwhelmingly positive. Social media threads are buzzing with names, trade scenarios, and proposed panel discussions. Many believe that adding a true defensive anchor will unlock both LeBron's and Luka's peak performances, eliminating the need to bail out rotations with scrambled help defense and late rotations. Season ticket holders in the lower bowl have started talking about designing new T-shirts celebrating the arrival of Player X, whomever he may be, and local sports bars are already mounting center watch brackets to see which rumor-mongered big man offers the best fit. Of course, not every voice supports a pivot to size. Some argue that the Lakers should continue to build around their blow-by-the-hedge style, focusing on two-way wings and versatile forwards, citing the league's emphasis on pace and space. They point out that adding a traditional center might clog driving lanes and slow down the offense. However, Reddick and his coaching staff are confident that, with the right personnel, a modern big can still thrive in an up-tempo, three-point focused system. They believe scorching pace and a rotating cast of shooters can coexist with paint protection, as long as rotations are crisp and role definitions clear. Looking ahead, the next few days will be critical. Pelinka must navigate trade calls, make firm offers, and secure a commitment from a veteran who buys into the Lakers' quest for a championship. Whether it's Turner's free agency, Capella's sign and trade, or a blockbuster swap for Şengün's potential, the decision will define this offseason. Fans will anxiously await formal announcements, press releases, and the first glimpses of the new big man running pick and rolls at shoot-around. For now, Lakers News Fan Report will remain your front-row seat to every update. Behind every rumor lies a strategy, and behind every strategy lies a team striving for greatness. As the plan solidifies, the promise of renewed title contention grows stronger. The clock is ticking, choices are looming, and a bold new identity beckons. The Lakers' next chapter is about to be written, and it may just feature a game-changing force in the paint. Let's prepare to welcome him home. If you're enjoying our in-depth coverage of every twist and turn in Lakers land, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. It's the best way to stay on top of every rumor, trade buzz, and roster shakeup as we chase another title. DUE. Conversations behind the scenes have shifted into high gear as Rob Pelinka and J.J. Reddick begin to shape the final details of their roster makeover. In recent days, Pelinka has been spotted on calls with multiple front offices, quietly gauging the availability and asking prices for Miles Turner, Clint Capella, Christian Wood, Mason Plumlee, and Alperen Şengün. Every potential target brings its own blend of strengths and complications, and the Lakers' front office must thread an impossibly narrow needle, improving defensive size and rebounding without sacrificing the offensive floor spacing and ball movement that Reddick has worked so hard to establish. With Turner, the challenge is convincing Indiana to move a franchise cornerstone. A deal would likely require a significant sweetener, perhaps a first-round pick, plus a combination of young role players such as Max Christie or Scottie Pippen Jr. Turner's presence, however, would be transformative. His ability to protect the rim, contest shots without fouling, and still step out to the three-point line on the weak side would fortify the Lakers in ways that mere hustle cannot replicate. Turner's pick-and-pop game fits seamlessly with LeBron James' court vision and Luka Doncic's ability to draw doubles, creating open looks for Austin Reeves and the role players Reddick trusts. Capella offers a different profile. His elite offensive rebounding, lob-seeking prowess, and willingness to roll to the rim without hesitation have made him one of the league's most efficient low-post finishers. Sign and trade scenarios could bring Capella to Los Angeles at a slightly lower premium than Turner, using draft compensation and minimum salary exchanges to balance the books. Capella's defensive acumen is no afterthought. His timing on blocks, ability to navigate screens, and knack for rotating help would shore up a Lakers defense that too often surrendered high-percentage looks at the rim during the playoffs. Christian Wood represents perhaps the most intriguing sleeper option. Athletic and versatile, Wood can face up smaller defenders with a silky stroke and has flashed a developing command of the pick-and-pop. His shot blocking is underappreciated, and his ability to stretch defenses to the perimeter opens driving lanes for James and Doncic. Wood's contract situation makes him attainable via a mid-level exception or small trade package, and his mercurial talent offers the tantalizing possibility of untapped upside in a system designed to highlight his best traits. Beyond simple trade targets, The Lakers have also explored signing a veteran like Serge Ibaka or Nerlens Noel, both of whom could be acquired on veteran minimum deals. The upside here is minimal, but the risk is equally low, and either veteran could provide meaningful front-court depth, interior defense, and championship experience without commanding major minutes. Ibaka's pick-and-pop 18-foot jumper or Noel's rim-running instincts would lend themselves to the occasional lineup that needs quick defensive reinforcements without stifling the offensive flow. All these conversations occur against the backdrop of preserving cap flexibility for future seasons. The Lakers cannot mortgage their long-term future to chase one free agent. They must balance immediate needs with the ability to build around James and Doncic beyond their current contracts. This balancing act underlies every negotiation, informing which assets Pelinka is willing to part with and which he must protect. Draft picks, young prospects, and expiring contracts are the currency he spends, and he must choose wisely. In the locker room, the anticipation is palpable. League sources report that LeBron has privately endorsed the pursuit of a true center, having felt firsthand the void left by Davis's instability and the Wolves' size advantage. Doncic, similarly, has raised his hand in support of adding a versatile rim protector who can both finish his no-look passes and anchor the paint. The consensus among the team's veterans is clear. To contend, you must be willing to fight for every rebound and defend the paint with tenacity. They want a big who will grunt through contact, hustle for every ball, and command respect at the rim. As fans pore over mock trade proposals and debate the merits of each target on social media, there's a renewed sense of optimism. The speculation itself has energized a franchise that felt adrift after its sweep. The idea of watching LeBron drive, dodge a double team, and then loft a lob pass to a towering Turner or cap a highlight reel alley-oop with Capella has already sparked billboards, podcast segments, and barroom banter across Los Angeles. Even if they miss out on their top choice, the mere possibility of adding size has given the fanbase a spark of hope. Yet the reality of NBA transactions remains unforgiving. Deals often hinge on the smallest detail, an injury wrinkle on a physical exam, a rival team's sudden interest driving up the price, or a miscommunication on salary matching. Pelinka must navigate complex collective bargaining rules, timing windows, and the demands of rival general managers eager to extract maximum value. Meanwhile, Reddick must continue refining the offensive system, incorporating the hints of a bigger lineup into his schemes so that the moment a new center arrives, he can step right into the rotation without a hitch. In the end, what we're witnessing is a franchise at a crossroads, determined to learn from the past and adapt for the future. The Lakers of old built dynasties on a foundation of size and physicality. Today's team must find a way to blend that tradition with the modern demands of speed, shooting, and fluid defense. It's a formidable challenge, but one that Reddick and Pelinka have embraced with vigor. As the market for centers and big men heats up, every passing day brings a new rumor, a fresh whisper, or a potential breakthrough. Will the Lakers land their dream target, or will they settle for a compromise that merely mitigates their weaknesses? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain. The driving force behind every phone call, every meeting, and every front office huddle is the singular goal of returning to championship contention. Thanks for tuning in to Lakers News Fan Report. We'll keep you posted on every twist in this roster overhaul, and as always, we appreciate you watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time.